It was not until the girl took out evidence that the boss had bought fake gold online. Everyone then realized in shock. The boss really intended to give the girl fake gold as a year-end bonus worth $1,000,000. It turned out that just moments ago, the girl had deliberately thrown the gold given by the boss as a year-end bonus onto the ground. As a result, the gold coating on the surface fell off, revealing an iron block inside. But the boss still tried to get away with it by claiming the gold store had given the wrong item. Just then, the police arrived to investigate the matter. Only then did the boss and his wife fall into a panic. They could not understand when the girl had called the police. Little did they know that the girl, who had been reborn, had long been on guard against them. She had contacted a journalist the day before to secretly investigate the matter. As soon as she found a clue, she called the police. The boss and his wife initially tried to claim it was a misunderstanding. They tried to persuade the police to leave, but the police stated that the matter involved serious fraud. Since they had been dispatched, they had to conduct a thorough investigation. Only then did the boss and his wife become truly alarmed. In their panic, they even accused the girl of trying to avoid taxes. That was why she insisted on receiving gold as a year-end bonus. They claimed that police involvement would only tarnish the company's reputation. It would harm the interests of everyone. They wanted to use this to force the girl to withdraw her police report. However, the girl directly presented a piece of audio evidence. The recording clearly showed it was the boss and his wife who wanted to recognize the girl's performance. They insisted on giving her gold worth over $1,000,000 as a year-end bonus. The girl had repeatedly objected but was finally persuaded by them. Only at this moment did everyone finally understand. The boss and his wife had just framed the girl. This proved that they were indeed guilty. The boss and his wife then flew into a rage out of humiliation. They scolded the girl for insisting on making the situation so embarrassing, but the girl reminded them that they had struck first with malicious intent. Hearing this, the boss still tried to argue that it was a misunderstanding caused by the gold store owner giving the wrong gold. But at that moment, the gold store owner arrived angrily. He shouted at the boss for slandering him by claiming he sold fake goods. The incident had already spread widely online. His gold store had not only been sealed for investigation, many customers had also returned their purchases, causing huge losses. Hearing this, the boss and his wife could only repeatedly explain that it was a misunderstanding. But the girl asked the gold store owner to examine the fake gold and confront the boss on the spot. The gold store owner recognized it at a glance. This piece of fake gold was not the one he had sold to the boss. Moreover, he had surveillance video evidence from his store. Upon seeing this, the boss completely panicked. He even lied recklessly. He claimed that maybe a family member had swapped it. However, the girl directly presented evidence investigated by the journalist. This piece of fake gold was exactly what the boss had bought online a few days earlier. Only then did the boss realize it was all over. In his panic, he even threatened the girl. The police immediately arrested him for intimidating the victim for interrogation. Finally, based on the evidence provided by the girl and others, it was confirmed that the boss had indeed intended to cheat the girl with fake gold. The boss had to admit that the real gold was now at his home. However, when the girl asked the police to help her get her year-end bonus back, the police stated that the matter involved internal company affairs. She had to negotiate with the boss and his wife first. If the negotiation failed, she would have to file a lawsuit in court. The girl had no choice but to agree, but the boss and his wife lacked sincerity in the negotiation. Afterwards, the boss's wife even called the girl. She said the incident had caused severe losses to their company. There was simply not enough money in the accounts to pay the girl. She wanted to give the girl only 2 months of bonus first, and asked the girl to drop the case.